The different cultures में different चीजें होती हैं, that are different. Now, for example, who will read it for me? Can anyone volunteer? Yes.
The intercultural communication refers to communication between individuals from different cultural backgrounds. It involves differences in language, values, beliefs, and communication styles. Misunderstandings may arise due to varying interpretations of gesture or expression. For example, silence may indicate agreement in one culture but disagreement in another. Effective intercultural communication requires awareness, sensitivity, and adaptability.
Now, we can say that differences in culture by language, values, and beliefs. Okay? For example, I'll give you an example of the UAE. If you are sitting in front of any Arab person, okay? Knee on knee, like for example, जिस तरह यासर बैठा हुआ या आप में से majority लोग बैठे हुए हैं. If you are sitting like this, so the Arab people are thinking that you are disrespecting that person. If you are sitting in front of that, like for example, once I was sitting like this in front of local army, okay, and you are showing your heel to us, and it means that you are disrespecting us. Okay, so every culture has different way of sitting and greeting. Okay, in Arab culture, when they are greeting each other, what they are doing? Did you experience or observe it? In Arab culture, when two people are greeting with each other, what they are? They touch noses. Okay? 2 times. So this is the greeting style. In our culture, if a male is meeting a male person, they are hugging each other, are shaking hands.
Yes.
Okay? So this is how, like for example, communication, misunderstanding. Like for example, a misunderstanding happens to me. I'm giving my own example. If I was sitting like that and he pushed me, that why you are disrespecting me. Okay? And if you are...
we can say that intercultural communication can create misunderstandings.
Yeah, if you don't know, if you don't understand. Like, that is why for the corporate sector, when you are going to a practical life, inshallah, and you are going to foreign countries, and you see in email writing also, in writing styles, different words are considered, are having different meanings in different cultures.
And that's why, sir, like if we are doing research or something like that, means writing an article. So for that we must know the cultural differences. Means like whenever we are writing about anything, so the first and essential thing is to know about that culture. So like if we are saying anything about any particular country, so means like the things should not be like disrespecting or something like that.
Yeah, for example, we are talking about language. Okay, nowadays you can see due to the social media and the technology, we are not having that much barriers in language. But still, we can divide language into verbal and non-verbal communication. Verbal communication is understood to somehow. Like for example, you are writing an email to someone or a message to someone. It is most of the time it is correct, but sometimes it is also misunderstood. Okay, you are sending a WhatsApp message to someone. Okay, it's also misunderstood most of the time. Or you are especially for non-verbal communication. Okay, in Europe, okay, if you are winking eye to someone, okay, it's not considered as bad thing. Okay, but in our culture,
It's a flirt.
it's a flirt, or if you are just you don't know how to greet or how to meet people. Okay. Also, if you are, for example, you are sending some emojis to some people.
Yeah.
Okay. So emojis also has different meaning and different cultures.
Different meaning for different individuals.
Different individual also. Okay. So it is a very complex topic. Okay. whenever you are going to a country, for example, you will be now, if you are applying for scholarship, so you need to know, you need to read about the culture of that country. Okay? You may misunderstandingly do something wrong, or you are not aware, and you are doing something bad or something wrong to that. So, for example, silence may indicate agreement in one culture but disagreement in another culture. So, take example of our culture. Okay, if you are silent in certain occasions, okay, means you are agreed. Okay, but in some other culture like African cultures, okay, silence means disagreement. In Chinese culture, silence means respect. Okay, you are respecting someone. Okay, and so effective education requires awareness, sensitivity. So this thing, sensitivity and adaptation, is very important. Like for example, how culture sensitive you are, okay, and how you are taking different things in different ways. Okay, so this is very important. Like that is why when you are learning English, this subject becomes important. Okay, because of the understanding that how cross-cultural communication can affect your personality, your character, your dealing, your business, your way of life, and your job. Yes? I have seen a lot of people throughout my career in the UAE, that especially the native speakers, okay, people from Canada, from UK, Australia, New Zealand, they come to that culture with different thinking. They don't know the culture. And if you go to that culture, for example, in foreign countries, in a multicultural city, like Dubai, UAE, first of all, before starting the semester or term, they will give you training about the culture. They will give you workshops on the culture, that what things you should do, what things you should not spit in front of an Arab-speaking person. In our country, it's not considered head. But if you're spitting in Arab countries, you can get fined, you can get jailed with that, for that, because they are saying it's a utter disrespect. Okay?
Sir, like Karachi, mostly people used to say that.
Yes.
लेकिन हमारे कल्चर में अगर हम किसी को अपनी आते हैं तो ये
Yes. Like, okay, tell me what are the cultural differences you found here in this area, like language or beliefs or values. Can anyone describe any occasion that you misunderstood the culture, values or beliefs?
Sir, एक दफा ना मतलब इस बात को certificate आ गई.
If you can speak in English.
So I sat at the Chapari.
Yes.
Side में head left side. So I sat head side. तो उन्होंने भी गाना कि मैं चीटिंग है मुझसे बड़ी हूँ तो कौन से?
Yes, it's a culture. It's our culture, right? अब बड़ों के सामने you cannot sit, okay, on at this
side.
Yes, of the charpai or bed. Yeah. Okay, because you are disrespecting that measure.
Sir, if the younger one is sitting and the elder can, so we have to leave the chair or the place for him. If we didn't, so this is like.
Yeah, this is also disrespect. Okay, so
war itself has a diverse culture, because we have lot of communities here because of your factory.
Yes.
We have people from all the provinces, all the regions. And taking example as we have put it, some example that in our office environment, one Pashtoon community individuals, though when he is talking to senior officers, he may say, "Tum kahan jate ho?" But this is basically his accent or his dialect issue.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that he is using the word.
He is disrespecting you. Yeah.
That is basically the cultural issue.
That is the cultural issue. So I said that because of language, verbal or non-verbal communication may vary in different cultures. Yeah. Right? Especially the social media, the emojis which we are sending.
The awareness is, it's really important, because this will lead to a miscommunication or something like misinterpretation of
Awareness cannot
on the
be-
part of the listener.
Yes.
Or the receiver.
So that's what I was telling that it requires awareness, sensitivity and adaptability, then how you are adapting the culture quickly. Okay, so now move to the other slide. The key elements of cultural communication. Who will read this slide? Yes.
Culture shapes perception, meaning-making, and interaction patterns. It includes shared beliefs, norms, traditions, and social practices. Language, non-verbal behavior, and contextual expectations are culturally influenced. For instance, forms of address such as titles reflect respect in hierarchical societies. Understanding cultural frameworks help reduce miscommunication.
Okay, like for example, we will talk about the titles. Okay, I have done my PhD from Malaysia. If I first I was, because I having the habit of Pakistan, so or UAE, so I used to call sir or madam to my supervisor. They don't like it when you are calling them sir or madam. Okay, you should call them doctor.
Doctor, yeah.
Okay, or you should call them by name. Like for example, my supervisor's name was Dr. Joseph. Okay, but I used to call him Dr. Joe. Can you call here to someone with half name, a teacher especially? No, right?